Then, now, after finish university, I was talking about what is the challenge after university. And this is the best part. How many years you will spend in university? 3, 4, 5. That's all. Foundation or add on with a 3-year or 4-year degree. So 3, 4, 5 years. That's all. But the challenge after university, what else you want to do after university? Any answer? After university, what else you want to do? Anyone? No, if you can stand out and answer to me, then I give you a envelope, that's all. Nobody want? So, what to do after university? How about you? Get a job or look for a job? Look for a job, okay. Look for a job, thank you. So, other than this, anyone else? Any other answer? Who wants to get married one? Come in immediately. After I graduate, immediately I want to go to get married. Anyone? No. Okay, then how about after I finish my university, I just want to go back home, sleep until the day that I go to my graveyard. Anyone? No. Okay, so which means what else you want to do other than looking for a job? So just looking for a job. But if you are looking for a job, you will need to go for what? Interview. So if you're going for interview, I'm not sure how is your interview, but this is what I saw. So,
Mr. Gilbert, what makes you think you're qualified for this job?
Oh, no! Don't punch me! Please!
So you understand what they're doing? Okay, they are coming out with a scam. In order to get the job, I need to eliminate all the candidates. How? I cannot force them all to go, but I create an illusion, which is make sure that they all is running away so that my friend can get the job. So after my friend get a job, then we go to another company, we do the same thing so that I can get the job. This is something that you can try on, but it's not in Malaysia. Do you know why? Because in Malaysia, normally one-to-one interview is quite less. Mostly it will be in a group interview. Do you understand what is group interview? So if in the group interview, then you cannot do this kind of thing anymore. Because everyone will say that you are psycho rather than to say that the interviewer is the one that will have problem. So, looking for a job. After you get the job, what else you will do? You will work for it for how many years? 30 years, 40 years, or 50 years? Up to you all to decide. Some they will say that no, I just want to work for 2 years, then after that I will get retired. Why? Because I work for 2 years and I suddenly become Mark Zuckerberg and then I get retired like that. You see Mark Zuckerberg retired already or not? Bill Gates retired already or not? Jack Ma, Ma Yun retired already or not? No, they are already a billionaire, but they still don't want to get retired yet. So that's why many people were just telling us this stupid truth, but it's quite a truth because later I will prove to you. First, congratulations on your graduation because you will go to unemployed immediately. How many of you will think that you will get unemployed immediately after you graduate? Please clap. Okay, because I'm too shy, but I know that it's very hard for me to get a job. No, Mr. Ong, no. We are graduate from UTAR. Definitely we will get a job because UTAR say 99% of us will get a job. Within how many months? 6 months. But they didn't count the rest other things anymore. Why? I don't know. You think about it. So if you think that this is the truth for you, then you need to know that what happened in the market. You know that how harsh that people is looking for people. I mean that when they are looking for candidates, they want to interview for a position. Okay, please allow me to show you that this is one of the things that have been happened.
What's your management style?
Passionate. Passion.
And what's your biggest weakness?
Being stubborn. Stubborn, I think.
Can you give me one reason why I should hire you?
Because sports is my passion. I'm really passionate about football.
Really like football.
When you are looking for a job or an interview, think rush.
You look good. You feel good.
Hi. Hello. How are you?
Gentlemen,
Okay, great. Okay. And so you liked it when we were walking hand in hand?
it made me feel comfortable. Yes.
Oh, interesting. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, well, thank you very much for your time, Mr. Wilson.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Very nice people.
Thank you.
So, are you sure?
I'm fine. I'll get a little water in a second.
What did you say now?
If we're talking about money, how much money do you think you'd like to have? Position?
People is dying at that, and you're still thinking about money.
Fire and passion, cold and calculated.
I would say cold and calculated
Wrong
because
answer.
fire and passion. Other people get infected by my enthusiasm.
You think I'm getting infected right now?
We need to go. Simon, Mr. Wilson, please. Come on, we need to get going.
Missing an answer. Can you help us, please? Can you help us, please? We don't get there. Make sure.
maybe millions just to come up with this whole thing or not? Because it's very simple. They have far more candidates that they can imagine in this market. It's like thousands of people just hunting for one position, or hundreds of people hunting for one position. Even UTAR right now, if you go to ask them, if like for example after you graduate, if you have the interest to work with UTAR, you just go to ask. Every day, at least they will receive 10 resume minimum. So from every 10 resume, would they just need to hire everyone, or maybe they just hire one of it, or no? From 1,000 only they choose for one. You all need to think about it logically. So this is what happened in the market. So that's why people can do this kind of the thing. And what else that they can do? This is a very fun one.
Well, your CV is certainly impressive. But I'm afraid you're not quite right for us.
Okay, fine. Thank you for considering me for the job.
And that's exactly what I was hoping you would say. We need a cool-headed man like you on our team, Greg. That was a test, and you passed. Welcome aboard.
Thank you. That's
So I've got the job? No, of course not. I don't employ gullible fools. That was the test, Wayne. And you failed. Why? Wayne, that's the nonchalant attitude we've been looking for. You passed the test. No, test. You questioned me. No one questions me. No, you wouldn't mind. Right. You passed the walking away test. Come on, sit down.
So, I got the job?
Yes.
Definitely.
Oh, Craig, welcome to the company. Oh, sorry about all that test without. I get a bit confusing.
Well, yes.
You failed the test! Oh, they had such high hopes for you. It's ridiculous. Congratulations. This is ridiculous. You passed the test. Final test. If you get it in your mind, you will pass. Really? Come back in, Greg. Come back in. No! You failed the test!
So that's why somebody they will just playing around like that with you all. Because there's too many candidates for us, so why don't we just have some fun together? So this is how the HR people is doing. Like one of the very simple, they will just ask you something that you don't even know. How many steps from block F walk to block H? How am I supposed to answer? If UTAR right now hiring for an assistant manager, for example. So you are into the interview room right now. So they ask a very simple question. From block M walk to block H, how many steps? How am you supposed to answer? For those who don't want to answer, then you can leave the room and then we will contact you shortly. So you know what is that mean, which means that you are not getting the job. So for those who can answer, then you will get the job. So how many of you can answer? Tell me. Yeah, assume right now you are in the interview room and then this is what the question that they're asking. So how am you supposed to answer? You target far too many candidates, so that's why they can play like this. Come on, any answer? Any? No. No answer at all. No? So how many steps from block H to block N? Okay, congratulations. So at least you give an answer. So at least it will go to the second round. And the rest of you, you can go back right now. So this is what is going on in the interview session. So in that case, this person telling us 56% unemployed are fresh grad. Do you know who is it? It is Timbalan Menteri Sumber Manusia Dato Ismail. He is the one who said, right? 2013. So it's under all this unemployment, 56% of it is the fresh grad. The one that who obtain bachelor degree, master or PhD. This is what happened. Then we don't talk about Malaysia. We take a look on other countries like US, developed country, San Diego. Today's college graduates in debt and unable to find a job. Half of recent college graduates can find jobs. 2013, 2 years ago. This is what happened in developed countries. Then we coming back to the World Bank. This is what World Bank talk about Malaysia. 15 to 24 years old are 60% cannot get a job. So this is what our age right now. So that's why, oh no, your age, not my age, I already over. So this is what happening. 60% of this range cannot get a job. What's wrong with the world? What happened with us? Why the whole world just don't want to give us a job? Have you all curious about this? Why they all would think that us, 50 to 24 years old is like terrible or something like that? So first of all, you need to understand who you are. So who you are? Do you know who you are? How many of you know who you are? Come on. Okay, now I tell you. This is what inside the envelope is. I don't know. Something is about. Some is my cash voucher from my training center. Some of it will be the discount voucher from my training center. So that's why it's money. So if you want, then yes, answer me a question. That's all. Who are we? So who are we? Why people don't want to give us the opportunity? Any answer? Who are we? Don't know. You all don't even know who you are, then how are people supposed to give you a job? So you are Generation Y of the millennials. So what is the millennials? What is Generation Y? Then you just take a look. If I explain, you all will sleep. If you take a look, then you won't sleep.
James.
something so-called like just now, easily get bored, lazy, confident, and achievement-oriented, and so on. So if in that case, that's why you all will change this whole global. Do you understand that now you all will be the, how many, if I'm not mistaken, 6 million or 6 billion. B, not the M, the 6 billion. You all will be the workforce for this new generation later on. So that's why people currently is very, very afraid of you all. Why? First thing, do you know what is baby boomer? Your grandfather, they all baby boomer. And then your parents, generation X. And then you all generation Y. Because the baby boomer and also the generation X, they have the same attitude mostly when they are dealing with work. But you all generation Y, we will have a little bit of the different kind of the mindset compared with them. So it's very hard for them to do things with us. So if in that case, that's why they all is quite afraid whenever they are hiring the generation Y. But they have to, because baby boomer retire soon. Generation X will going to be upper management. Then who will going to be the middle and the lower part? So that's why, and how you change the work.
This is Tom, Generation Y, also known as a millennial. That's not some kind of secret code for superpowers. It means he was born somewhere between 1982 and 2004. And this is Molly, Generation X. Molly's grandparents had between 1 and 2 employees in their lifetime. Her parents, baby boomers, had about 3 to 4. Molly is likely to have double the number of employees her parents had. Does this mean Tom is likely to have double that of Molly? Confused? Don't be. This means that Tom can have 15 to 16 employees throughout his career. And if Tom has children, Generation Z or digital natives, they've been technology whiz kids since before they could talk, could they have up to 32 employers? Since 2009, Adam King from London Business School has been surveying Generation Y to understand their attitudes towards work, employee engagement and leadership. He set out to answer a number of questions on the future of business. If the number of employers doubles for each generation, what expectations does this set for Generation Y, who are already entering their 30s and in some cases already leading in organisations? 90% of those surveyed said they plan to leave an employer within 5 years, with over a third giving it just 24 months. So how can employers ensure value from employees who only stay a short while? It's a tough one, as almost 40% start a new role already planning their next career move, and are rarely persuaded by promotion opportunities. 54% actually feel more loyalty to their team than to the organisation. But what matters to them most is a good work-life balance and organisational culture. So Tom cares about his colleagues, but what else does he care about? 43% of the Generation Y survey said as future CEOs, they would prioritise making their organisation and world a fundamentally better place, over focusing on the financial worth of the business. So as work-life changes with evolving priorities of Generation Y, which employers will win the war for talent? They'll be the ones who can redefine what it means to work for them. We're crossing a meridian where financial value is no longer king, and social and human impact are increasingly important. A collective leadership culture is taking hold, driven by a sense of community and the courage to think beyond just the quarterly results. Right now, the future of business is being shaped by Generation Y. But what impact can we expect when Generation Z are in charge?
So now from here you can see that this is what is going on in the whole world. And then most of us, later on when you start to go to look for a job, or maybe you just get into the workplace, you just get the job, you already put yourself on the job street and you still continue to look for another new job. And this is what's happening right now. So that's why no loyalty to a company, then what will happen? Will the company willing to hire you all or not? Then everyone will feel afraid. Hey, should I hire this Generation Y or not? Later they just come in, and then after we teach them for a year or 2 years, then later they all just give a letter and resign. Then after that, you need to train another new one again and again and again. So it's not right, but they have to. So if in that case, then what is going on? You'll see that how well that you are. magazine and also from the study. So from here, this is how they evaluate generation Y. So it's never say that generation Y it will be a very big disaster, but just saying that the difference of this culture will just making that the whole company will need to create a new way. How many of you watched the Seng commercial during CNY? Please clap. Seng. No, the Seng one. It will show that this young boy then he will started to go to house by house to sell something. Then turns out that he worked in Sengping, and then now he will become the branch manager for 2 shops or something like that, right? Okay. So at that moment, you see they didn't provide any of the training, which is at that moment is around 1990s. So during the 90s, no training, no mentorship, no any of this kind of the thing for them. But today you see what Singing show. Singing show that they will give you the training in the marketing, training in the HR, training in the manufacturing, and so on, right? So now, because of them trying to cope with the generation Y, so how they were offering this kind of the thing? Because generation Y and generation X different is because generation X, you see, the boss they will tell you what to do and then they know what to do already. But generation Y, no. If you didn't tell them what to do, they will just sit down and then wait until 5:30 and go back. This is what is going to happen, and it's already happened. Even in UTAR, I saw a lot. In UTAR, I saw a lot. The staff, not the student. So because why? They all is generation Y. And then when they deal with generation X, this is what is going on. And if this is going on, then take a look on this picture. They come up with a research from the 6,000 of the job seekers versus the HR profession. This is what they describe themselves, the millennials, which is you all. You all will say that you all are people savvy, which means that, okay, you are connect with people. You know how to socialize, you are very good in this, 65%, you all will say it. But then, HR profession will say that 40% only. What is that supposed to mean? It means that you think that you are connect with people because you say that you have Facebook, so you connect with people. But to them, that is not a connection. That is just a normal, simple little thing. It's like you breathing, that's all. You have a Facebook. Today, you have a Facebook, it's like you just telling people that you know how to walk. Hi everyone, I know how to walk because I have a Facebook, that's all. Tech savvy, you will say that you are, what is the meaning of tech savvy? Expert in technology, internet, website, or the, what is this thing? Smartphone, laptop, iPad, and so on. So this is what tech savvy is talking about. And then to you all, millennials saying that they are 35% expert in this, but HR profession will see that you all is very, very expert. Like just now, what happened? Just now, the whole laptop cannot function. Why cannot function? No voice, no sounds coming out at all. So, if they are the one that will hiring you, they will think that you know how to solve. So, can any one of you solve or not? Just now, if the situation happened in the office, in your company, so you don't know, but to them they thought that you know how to solve all this kind of thing because you are tech savvy. Then after that, you say that you are very loyal to the employer, 82%, which is millennials say that they are very loyal, they will not leave. But to them, they will see that 1%. Which one would you want to believe? A, millennials, B, HR profession. Which one would you want to believe? You not there to answer. Do you know why? Because if you answer them, then you are trying to say that they are wrong. But if you answer to them, which means that you betray your own self because you are millennial. So yes, I know it's very hard for you to answer. Why they saying that it's only 1% that loyal to employers? Because they have statistics, they have value, they have the result. Every year they hiring so many people. Every year so many people is running away from their company because they have all this kind of statistic data. So that's why they come out with a conclusion 1%. That's all. Then fun and loving. What is the meaning of fun and loving? Enjoyable, enjoy your life. But to them, they will see that you are priority on enjoy your life, 39%. Hardworking. See, of course, everyone will say that they are really hardworking one. I'm not hardworking. I also will tell the company that before they hire me, I will be very hardworking one. I can work until 10 p.m. every day, no problem. I can come at 7 o'clock and then I will go back at 10 o'clock, no problem one. Of course, you will say like that, but then the evaluation is 11%. Why? Because they saw after that how they can solve this kind of thing. Because if you are really working OT, they will be the one that will do all the planning. If you OT, they will need to pay you double pay or 1.5 or triple pay and so on. So from there, that's why they put 11%. the generation Y is hardworking because not most of them are the ones that who are claiming the OT. So that's why they come up with this fact. So this is the difference, and this is how people describe themselves. And this is the thing is very serious for all of you because you are the one who will go to the workforce later on. And when you go to the market, this is how they're looking at you. So when they're looking at you like this, how are you supposed to convince people that you are good, that you are capable, and you are a worth employee for them? So this is why. And now I want to show you that some case scenario during the workplace, which is in some company happen, including in UTAR.
So, Marathon Industries, give me a breakdown.
It's a B2B company that provides cloud storage for Fortune 500 companies.
Chet, what did the market research turn out?
What? Oh, I Googled them, but there was also one weird.
You didn't use a research database that we spent thousands of dollars a month on, and that you were specifically trained to use.
I quit. This job is different than I thought it would be.
Stop. Does this situation look familiar? A new type of worker has entered the workforce. They're called millennials. They're terrible. Today, I'm going to teach you all about this new breed of worker so you can avoid misunderstandings in which you feel the need to fire them immediately. In the first reimagination we just saw, Mary makes the classic mistake of not reassuring Chet while offering overflowing amounts of praise.
Chet, you were so smart to use Google. That's the perfect way to start the research. You're so smart.
Great job.
Great job.
So the conference call is scheduled for 10:30, so that we're on the same page. Let's do a pre-call about 9:30 a.m.
I don't understand. Noodles. Not 9:30.
Cheryl Sandberg here isn't aware time exists before 10:30 a.m. To her generation, there's a mysterious dead zone after 4 a.m. and before they stroll into work 40 minutes late with their iced coffee. So take that into consideration for scheduling.
That's very difficult for me.
Fine, I'll take the call myself.
Oh, thank you.
Nailed it.
Here's that report that you asked for.
Thanks.
Morgan did exactly what was asked of her. Nothing more, nothing less. She expects a raise and promotion.
Thanks. Junior Executive Manager of Data Consulting.
Is that better than assistant manager of junior accounts?
Yes.
Oh my god, thank you. I'm gonna go call my parents.
Now you're getting it.
I need to take work off tomorrow for a mental health day.
Did you know millennials can actually be exceptionally creative with reasons why they need to miss work? These eccentric excuses are normal to them, and they will be to you too.
Sure, that's a normal thing.
Hi, I know I only get 10 days paid vacation, but that wouldn't count a 3-week Argentinian spirit request, right?
No, why would it? Why don't you go home early today?
That's it. Any questions? Why even hire millennials? Oh, right. Well, millennials comprise 19% of the workforce. If none of them worked and their parents supported them, it would cripple our economy and China would take over. So unfortunately, it's your civic duty to employ them. Trust us, we want to fire them all too, but we can't.
Okay, so you see this whole thing is trying to say about what? It's trying to explain that this is how the workplace and it's really happened. I mean that I really saw this. They cannot come to work because they just want to have extra leave, extra day more. And do you know what they're doing? I'm sorry, I think it was leave, I will help me to tell the boss, and so on. And then when we listen, then we know what's going on. And this is really because we all know that you already took your vacation and then you cannot manage to come back on time. So that's why this is what's going on. So yes, this is happening. And achievement oriented. What is the meaning of achievement oriented? It means that after I finish a job, I want to get something. You need to give me something. It's not like, oh, this is my duty, I finish, that is done. So, same like, because why? Because most of the generation Y, especially you all have been trained. So if you want to blame, you're going to blame the system. Why? These 3 years, how would you do your assignment? Why you all want to do your assignment? Tell me. Because if you didn't submit your assignment, you will get 0 out of how many percent, right? These 3 years, you have been trained like that. Every time I submit something, I will receive something. So you have this mindset. So when you go to workplace, you put in this mindset. So what is going on? And but in the work, you are not like that. I mean that the challenge in the work is this is your duty. You need to do. You cannot run away. But most of them they didn't think like that. What they will think about? They will think that I finish one thing, you need to give me something. I don't care what is it. You need to give me. So because of this different comparison of this is why things happen. This NACE, the one that who are, this is a national association, is the one who are doing research among the college and also the employees. What they will do is they want to know each of the party opinion about one thing. For example, like what kind of the employees that you prefer to have, so that the college they all will tell, and then they come up with this kind of survey. And then the same time they will ask the employees that what kind of the candidate that you prefer, and from there only they all will found. And this is the attribute that employers are seek for a candidate resume, inside the resume, not the person. You see what is the difference between the resume and the person? Anyone? What is the difference between the candidate's resume and the candidate? No answer. Come on. I give you a coupon or voucher. No, any answer. I don't care about it. Any? What is the difference between candidate's resume and candidate? Or what is the difference between people and people's resume? For you all to understand. Now understand, right? Still don't understand. What is the difference between human and the human's resume? Answers? No. Nobody know. What is the difference? Okay. Really? No. I thought. Do you know what is resume or not? Resume is a piece of paper to written down whatever about you. That's all. So now you all get it. The difference between the candidate's resume and also the candidate, which is the resume is the thing that you will submit first, which means that before the employers looking at you, they're looking at your piece of paper. Then only they will decide whether they want to look at you or not, whether they want to come to see you or not. This is the difference. So when inside your resume, if you didn't have this kind of the attributes, they are not even want to care about to ask you to come over to their company for interview. So this is the problem. That's why. So now you all understand. Okay? If your resume, you didn't show that the leadership, 77%, this is what they want. After what they show up. And then ability to work in a team, so teamwork, communication skill in written, problem solving skill, strong work ethics, analytical skill, technical skill, and the verbal communication. You see, this is what they demand from the candidates. So if you cannot fulfill this inside your resume, they don't even bother to look at you. This is attribute. It's not talking about your academic. Your academic, you need to put it in. But this is something that they want, other than your academic education and so on. So if in that case, and you are supposed to show this thing, tell me, how you will show inside your resume? How many of you written resume before? Or how many of you have resume already? No. And for those who already have written resume, please clap. Just one or two, that's all. So the rest of you haven't prepared your resume yet. You need to prepare right now. For For those who want to go intern, you haven't prepared, then you wait and see what is going on. So you need to start. But when you write in your resume, you will show about you, your personal information like your age, like your IC, like your email, your phone. And after that, you need to show your education. And most of you do not have the working experience, right? How many of you have working experience? Please clap. Just one or two. Some. So for those who have, then you will put the thing inside resume. But for those who doesn't have, then you will put what? Co-curriculum activity, something like that, in order to prove. And you just written down leadership inside your resume like that. How am you supposed to prove that you are a good leader? You cannot just show like that unless you have a piece of paper or you involved in some project and activity. Something like that, then only you can show. But if you do not have, then how are you supposed to show? So if you do not have all this, then why people want to give you an internship? Why people want to give you to get a job? So this is why, and this is the biggest challenge. Come back to Malaysia research. This is the one that last year, so you come up with whether this thing is important or not from 100 of the middle level and the top level. Survey from them. 83% of them they say that yes, this soft skill, aka the soft skill. You all have a soft skill department, which is this is important. Why this is important? How to show that this is important? This is what is coming up. Because they want to have all this kind of the thing inside. 24% of positive attitude, 28% of communication, interpersonal, teamwork. You see, leadership is 6%. Hey, Mr. Ong, just now you showed that research is 70-something% for leadership, but this one, why is only 6%? This is Malaysia. How many of you want to work in Malaysia? Please clap. So every one of you want to work in overseas. You say one, later we snap a big photo and then we will see. If they are work in Malaysia, we banish them out from Malaysia. So again, how many of you want to work in Malaysia? So follow this. Again, this is from whatever they have. So that's why this is what. And just now that one is international global. If you want to work overseas, you need to follow that. But more or less the same thing that they are talking about. And if in that case, we're talking about Australia right now. Australia, you see this is the Vice Chancellor from the University of Australia. Soft skill, the key to career success. Why? Okay, because this is what is going on. In Australia, they also having this kind of problem. And last week, if I'm not mistaken, I read the news. They said that if you just go over there to be a coolie, then you will get more than you are being a fresh grad. Oh, you are not. Okay. This week I just read the news from a Chinese newspaper. It's talking about the England. They need somebody to go to see the chick. But you know what is but? The chick, not chicken, chick, small little chick, but. And then you know how much they pay? If I'm not mistaken, it's 12,000 Malaysian ringgit per month. 12,000 Malaysian ringgit per month just to see the chick, but. Why? Because they want to determine that whether this is a male or female. So that if it's a male, then we will kill. If it's a female, then we will keep it. Why? So that they can lay eggs and so on. So this is how. They lack of this kind of specialists. Maybe you all can just don't go to study anymore and go over to them. They give you 3 years training and then they prepare everything for you all. Even better, right? So now you see generation Y, they will just give training and then let you all work. Other than this, we are going to the Western. This is the European Union. What is Europe? You know, we have England, Ireland, Germany, and blah, and the blah, and the blah, blah, blah. So inside there, you see this is what happens, skill shortage. For them that they are young, you see youth unemployment, they having a lot of youth unemployment. Do you know why? How many of you been into Europe before? Please clap. Okay, thank you. In Europe, most of them, or should I say that most of these Europeans, they are very, very lazy. Yes. How many of you been to Australia before? That? No. Okay. Some. Yes, one or two. They are very, very lazy. After 5 o'clock, 5 p.m., they all will just close all the shop. They do not want to business anymore because their life is like have fun, enjoy, that's it. They start work at 10, they finish at 5. So this is what they are, their lifestyle, to enjoy the life. Europe, Australia, they all also having this thing. So if you want to go at night to go to refill the petrol, no gas station is open for you at night. This is what happened. Seriously, don't play this game. Because that one of my friends, they went to the Australia, they are a car, and then they want to cross the desert from Perth to Melbourne. Do you know where is the Perth and Melbourne? Imagine that is from Perth to Johor, something like that. And then they are driving until the halfway, they thought that there is a lot of gas station and so on, they didn't open on Sunday. Yes, Sunday, no gas station open on Sunday. What happening? This is their lifestyle, they are quite lazy. So, they are lazy and then they are rather to be unemployed, and this is what is going on. You see, Europe also face this problem. And then, commerce. A survey, it shows that the applicants lack of the crucial communication and interpersonal skill. And then a large percent of the managers says that they cannot think critically, creatively, cannot solve problems, or cannot write well. Why they all just always say that we are so terrible like that, right? I'm sure that you all can write a very formal letter one. Can you all write a simple formal letter talking about that you are looking for a job? Can you all write it right out right now with the whiteboard here? Thank you. So that's why are they right or wrong? So now you see, you are the one who proved to me this point. I'm not the one who say you cannot write. I know you all can write, but how well you can write? They say you cannot. So can you? If you can, you just write out right now a simple letter about I'm looking for a job. I'm blah 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 blah. Formal letter. So that's it. And then in US, there's a university that it was saying that is doing a global survey during 2013, which is they have a lot of the position which they cannot fill in. When it's talking about the mismatch and also cannot fill in, it means that it's like, for example, you are taking EBA or you are taking accounting and then you go into finance. So this is so-called as a mismatch, and this is what happened in Malaysia. I don't know why. Like, how many of you study psychology? This fact, ER, the FAS. Okay. So for those who want FAS, most of likely either you will go to marketing or maybe you will go to HR. This is from your senior. Your senior is the one who tell me when I ask them, so where are you working now? HR. I'm psychology. I work in HR. Then you PR. So where you working? Marketing. PR go to marketing. Journalism. Where you working now? Writing newspaper. No. What are they doing? Anything. As long as there is a job. So this is what happened in Malaysia. Mismatch. They are difficult to fill in positions, so that's why they don't care already. So in Malaysia, they have this kind of trend. For those who want to work in Malaysia, this is what you need to take care about. So, if in that case, what to do right now after you know that how people judge you all with the survey, with study, and also with the personal opinions, then what to do right now? And most likely that I will get this answer. I don't know. Never mind lah. After graduate first, then you'll see how and the how and the how. So this is what. But is it true? No. So you also be like this. From this, you see? You see again? Okay, try to pick a box and get up and fall down to this. So what you can do right now is, no matter you left for 1 year, 2 years, or even 3 years, what I suggest you all to do right now is from this to this, which is build up your skill. What kind of the skill that you can build up? I don't know. Of course, you have a lot of skill that you can learn. How many of you learn piano? That is a skill. How many of you learn taekwondo? That is another skill. So you can build up this kind of skill, or maybe you can build up this kind of skill. Why? According to just now the survey, this is one of the most important skills that people are looking for right now. So leadership skill, how to prove that you know how to be a leader? How? Can you just go in front to tell people, hi everyone, I'm really honest, I'm candidate A, I'm really honest, you hire me, then I will not steal your money from the company one. Candidate B, well, I'm not saying that I'm honest, but last week in the inside the e-concept, I saw somebody drop 1,000 ringgit and then I give back to the person, and the police gave me a certificate of it. Which one is honest, A or B? B. So you see, if you have the skill, if you are good, you will prove with example. With example. Then leadership skill, how are you supposed to prove? Or simple, like me. When I was in university, like you all, one sem I was a 7 chairperson. One trimester. No, I was in semester. One semester, 7 chairperson. So am I a good leadership, a good leader with the leadership skills? You all decide. So this is the example that you can prove to people. Other than that, maybe you can build up the teamwork like this. So how are you supposed to prove to people that you have teamwork? Your teamwork is very good. How to prove to people? With example. Or other than this, you can build up your thinking skill. This is the skill is very good because inside thinking skill you have creative, critical, problem solving, decision making. This is what the company needs very much right now. But they all will not tell you because they do not have a template to show that whether you have the thinking skill or not. They only will see the whole thing is when you're facing the company problem. What is the company problem? Like for example, UTAR. I assume UTAR is a company, which is UTAR is a company. You all have the what? You all have final exam, see? And then you all will have the timetable. Week 1, you all will register your timetable, something like that. So, in order to prove that you are a good employee, I will see how come you plan the timetable to make sure that the student won't crash with the time, and then we'll make sure that the student time is good. And that is the way that to see that whether you have a good thinking skill or not. See? So now you all understand this is what. Then communication skill. From this to that. That's all. Improve it from that to this. Understand? Get it? Both are having the same objective, which is trying to rob people's money. But the difference is one is in a improper way and another one is a better way. So this is how. So yes, build up your skill, your communication skill from this to this. That's all. How to build up? Later I will show you. Now we continue. UTAR. You all study in UTAR. So UTAR have these 2 very good departments to help you all out. How to help? They will provide this kind of the training for you. They will provide this kind of the talks and the workshop for you. So how many points you all will have from this talk? 5 or 2 or 10 and so on. So after you get 100 points, then you will have a soft skill certificate, right? And then with the certificate, then you will have a higher chances to get employment. So yes, it's true. Of course, if you have and then your friend doesn't have, then you will have a higher chance. But one more thing, UTAR, CE, DSSC, they didn't train you all for this. Confidence and desire to improve. So that's why they just train you all to be A, B, C, D, and then work for F, treat and undergraduate. So this is what that UTAR train you all up. This is the thing that UTAR didn't train you all up. The confidence and desire to improve. And this is what I am offering. I'm so wondering, I mean that when I was teaching a Westgate International School children, I was mentoring them right now. They have the desire far more different than what I saw in UTAR students. After I give them a training. They have improved from 5 minutes, they can finish the whole thing to 3 minutes. Then after that, I will say that, okay, well done, it's far more good enough. Do you know what they say? I want to do it again. I want to make sure that I can finish the whole thing in 1 minute. This is how the way that they talk to me. They have a lot of the desire, and then from there, I train them very, very well. Why? Because they want to improve. Because they will have the mindset that I want to get A, and at the same time that I want to be billionaire or CEO. This is how the way that they think. So you see different type of the education come up with different people. So who you want to blame? Blame the education or blame yourself? Of course it's education, but you all is innocent one, right? This is mostly that you all will say, but you just think about it. If you continue blaming like this, you are still with the professor, doctor, scientist, teacher, or salaryman, that's all. Or why don't you just improve yourself, change the situation? How to change? Think about it. So this is how the fresh grad looks like. So looking for a job. Later on, you all were looking for a job, looking for internship, and so on. I'm not saying that it's right or wrong, the whole thing, but it just depends on you what you want. How many of you comfortable with the basic salary of 2,000? Please clap. 2,000 as a fresh grad, 2,000. No right or wrong, just your desire. Okay. How many of you prefer to have 2,200? Oh no. How many of you prefer to have 2,500? Oh no. Okay, then how many of you prefer to have 3,000? See? So this is the difference. What is the difference? The difference is you think that you should have more, but at the same time that it doesn't mean that how well that you work. So how well that you can work and how much that you can get is supposedly to be separate out. This is what you're thinking about, but the boss, they are not thinking like that. So that's why, in order to avoid all these kind of things like this happening, this happened in UTAR and this also happened in every company right now. Okay, they have a lot of resume. So when you heard from them soon, they will just tell you that please wait for the phone call, that's all, or email. This is what's going on. So if in that case, then how are you all supposed to improve the whole thing? How? My suggestion is improve your resume, but how to improve? Improve the skill that I'm showing just now, but how? Think about it. UTAR has so many things to help you all out, but if you feel that UTAR didn't provide a very good training that you prefer, maybe you can come to me. That's all. Okay? Simple photo. So assume that you are the CEO or the HR manager, A or B, which one you prefer to hire? The one who prefer to hire A, please clap. The one who prefer to hire B, please clap. Okay, so you are the one that will decide. So if you have this kind of mindset, the same thing happens to the HR people. They also will think like that. And if in that case, you should try at the same time you get your own university certificate and then also get others institute certificate. So that's why I'm not saying that you should just come over to me, even though right now I'm opposite of e-concept. You can go to other institute. For example, like what? GMI. Do you know what is GMI? What is GMI? German Malaysian Institute. It's not so far from here at Kajang Pami, KL. That's all. Yes, they also provide this kind of the skills, but if you go over there, at least you need to pay for 1,000 or 800 for 1 day training. But in UTAR, CE and the soft skill department, what they give you? 20 ringgit, 100 ringgit, and then you will have a cert. But that is a university cert. I want to have outsider cert. Then you may consider to work with the other